well ask about the vision.
A holy picture of the future. The grailstone expanded the mind and wisdom of our leader Tobias to the point where he is truly beyond humanity. Your aspect fits with what he saw centuries ago by the reckoning of days under the sun.
Expanded the mind, huh? What does that remind you of? Yes, tell me about Tobias.
He is stalwart, indomitable. His patience is enduring. The test that this place has been for all the long years for us has seemed to not affect him at all.
I probably won't get any useful answer, but might as well ask. Who is Cobweb? Or do you know who Cobweb is?
If I did, I would be able to show you the trophy of his head.
Yeah. Didn't think so. And what about Philip?
A treacherous dog, a follower of Malek, the Satan child. He redeemed himself by betraying the betrayer, but this to me is doubly a reason to mistrust him.
How about these animals?
I imagine they were God's part in the test. He sent them down here, I suspect, before the 6th day of creation. Fearsome creatures they are indeed, and more to come, that make those you have seen look like tadpoles in the pond.
Oh joy. And what about grailstone?
When we first came here, it glistened like jewels about the floor. We mined it, but when the traitor Malek left, he took it with him. Over a century of relentless toil was in that sack. We were mortified. Without grailstone, the centuries catch up with frail human flesh. The thought that our errors allowed this monster to escape into the world of men, to live perhaps forever, working against the will of God, fills us with shame.
He didn't take all of it, did he? I mean, you guys are still alive. Yeah. Yeah, what about, alchemical experiments?
Yes, I do, but it's not my purview to tell you the inner secrets of our history.
Oh, okay. The raptors?
I have seen some. Yes. They are ahead of you, but fear not. There is only one fated by God to carry the grail. If it is you, you will prevail. And indeed, surely one, an ill-tempered lout, will die before long. Warren, he said he was called.
Okay. And more about Aeternis?
Do you think me a traitor? You are being tested. I cannot help you.
Alright, alright. And what about the Prieure?
A sister order, but a sister that proved to be a harpy in disguise. When the Templar order fell, they lifted not a finger to help, but withdrew into the shadows like godless cowards and plotted to take the Grail for themselves.
What about Malek?
He was a foul monster. When I first heard he was born to a heathen tribe, I argued with Tobias against his being amongst our number, but I went unheard. I was not surprised when I met him. He has a charm about him. He has the ability to make one feel he knows far more and deeper than anyone else. It is no surprise that some of the others followed him when he betrayed his holy charge and revived the pagan cult of Mal.
I don't suppose... No. Can't, maybe I can ask about Edgar.
Edgar is a fool. Do not listen to anything he might say. He thought himself a rival for the leadership of all the knights, and only Philip follows him.
Yeah. About Malek's court.
No, I will not speak of that place.
Alright. About the Guardians?
We were 12, all dedicated, but the grailstone weighed on the brain as much as on other parts of the body. Before long, some of our number turned to madness or evil, though I suspect Malek was born with a black heart. After many decades, Malik broke away and sealed himself into ancient chambers we had found and revived a pagan idol of evil. Its name was Mal. After he fled, we purged the remainder of his followers that we could overpower, but those that remain are still tainted with the evil of Mal.
Might as well ask him about himself.
What is there to tell? I have seen wonders and horrors in this place. When Malik was sane, I went with him to the deeper realms of the lower caves. A time of discovery when I was so young, thief. My heart sang with the great work before me, my head filled with visions of the future. Aeternis would have become the center of the world. As you are being tested by God, thief, so was I. I've had to watch my proud dreams crumble to dust while the world beyond forgets us and all we stood for.
What about Talum?
He is a mad dog. I've argued many times with Tobias the folly of having allowed him to live. When the followers of Malik were questioned, he was contrite, claiming fear and folly. He betrayed the hideous acts of the others. Tobias forgave him, but I do not trust him. He is insane.
He might just be. What about Lurka?
I have little patience with him. He is a disgusting, fawning little maggot. I have never understood Tobias's trust in him.
Well, might as well ask this question.
We do not know. In the deepest caves, on the very shores of hell it seemed, I once heard the terrifying cries of beasts across a sunless lake. I suspect these creatures to be more fearsome than any human imagination could conceive. I also suspect this thing to be just one of them, lost in the upper caves. We have all thanked God that it is unable to leave the water.
Okay. Thank you.
Indeed. Good fortune.
Well, let's see. Expedition 6. As instructed by Tobias, Malik and I set forth with 10 slaves. The expedition was to last for a week. For the first 3 days we traveled through dank, tiny caves, beset by the small beasts we have called Eugenes. These caves stank with the accumulated filth of millennia. We were ever hopeful of finding more evidence of those dwellings mentioned by the ghost of the well. Dwellings of gods, she described. We were intrigued. On the fourth day our expedition bore fruit. A small crevice gave into a large chamber. We stood with astonishment before a great rising staircase that was an echo of the wondrous ziggurat at Urnamu, that which scholars considered the remnants of the Tower of Babel itself. At that moment we realized that the gods of Niam were in truth men, the Babylonian fathers of the great empire of Byzantium. After rest and reflection, while the ziggurat was cleared of nesting beasts, we continued on and deeper into the caves for another week. We mapped various sizable chambers that will serve well for the temple. My mind is filling with ideas of their form. On the 5th day, 2 of our retainers were taken by the creature of the waters on the banks of a sunless stream. On the 6th, my mind darkened with the weight of our discovery, a small series of Byzantine rooms within which horrific experiments using grailstone had occurred. In it, with even worse horrors, 3 mindless children, a part animal, part beast, were hung on hooks, their very bones suffused with chips of grailstone. When we return, I intend to have them taken to the surface where their souls may be returned to God. I confess I wish to end our explorations after our previous discoveries. The deeper we go, the more horrors we find. Malik has convinced Tobias that we should continue. I am put to shame by his courage. Our next expedition took us again into narrow, filthy crawlways through a passage, though a passage has now been broken through into the ziggurat chamber, making the opening stages of the journey easier. After 2 days of this, we found ingress into another Byzantine area. It seemed safe, and so we allowed one of our eager retainers to scout while we made camp. He returned shortly, shaking with delirium, with a swelling the size of his head on his side. I went on to investigate, and to my shame fled when I saw the very image of the manticore before me. We returned as quickly as possible, but too late for the slave who expired in agony. Malak, determined as ever to penetrate the deepest secrets of our Byzantine precursors, returned to the chamber of the Manticora with 5 slaves. His determination to study and learn a way to subjugate these monsters was admirable. After 3 weeks, he returned with the one slave that survived the venture with news of his discovery that the monsters were passable by virtue of their savage, competitive nature. A full expedition was again possible. Malak's excitement in finding just beyond this chamber a fitting sanctum for the Grail prompted Tobias to join us. And surely in a deep vaulted cavern we found ourselves beneath the light of 1,000 gleaming grailstone stars, while standing on a larger, more elaborate ziggurat than the other, topped with an altar. It seemed designed to be home to the Grail. We set out again, hoping to find homes of our predecessors. Beyond the chamber of the Manticora, we found corridors and passages collapsed by time and weight of rock above. Finally, we found a way through to a vast cavern filled with Eugenes and stranger vegetation than ever we had seen. This means Aeternis can be self-sufficient without the need for external fields. Days later, and far deeper, we gazed in wonder on the empty ruins of an entire Byzantine town. At the end of this vast cavern was an opening that looked out upon a great subterranean lake. The call of enormous unknown beasts carrying across on a stale wind. On our return, we were amazed. During 2 weeks for us, 6 months passed for the others, and nearly 4 years outside. What? So time is slowed down here. Despite Malak's objections, Tobias has called a halt to further exploration. Yeah, I can imagine that would be worrying. Okay, come in here. What is this? Okay. I can go east and I can go northeast, sort of. But what is that? What am I looking at? quite tell. Oh, there's another, seem to be slightly stuck. There we go. You know, I think all of the works of art in this game might correspond to some in the real world. There's a walkway here. How would I get up there? Stop getting stuck. It just dead ends right there. Huh. Alright, let's try these X's. Abattoir. I'm trying to remember what an abattoir is. Don't like that sound. Hopefully. Oh, right, of course. Yes, we're the slaughterhouse, basically. A dumbwaiter, huh? Can I get inside? Yeah, but I can't. And actually move it. So this is the other exit, but it might lead down to that tunnel where the millstone is. I have to still have to figure out how to roll it away, and then I guess we'll have a shortcut or something. I'm not sure. Hey, oh. Yeah. Maybe we can't actually get up there. Let's try this door. Music reset. Ziggurat that Geffrye had written about, I guess. Quite hazardous walking around here. Wait a minute. Huh? Oh, I thought that was a walkway. No, it's, okay, well. Unless I want to fall down there. I have to find another way. Alright, let's try to avoid falling down. Can't see anything very well. Okay, no problem. Let's try this exit next. Another new place. Another of those rodents. What is this? No, I realized I didn't read the description of this place at all. What is this? Huh. No idea. Can't do anything with that. So is this a kitchen or something? Ah, this must be... I see. Okay. Oh, I can go down, but I can't go up. Well. Now I have to go all the way around again. Meet you back there. Actually, on second thought... What is this? Oh, just another of those drawings. I think I've gone as long as I can stand to for now. But it's getting very interesting. I got plenty of places left to explore, so see you next time. Bye.